So, you already knew I was going to talk about this. You already knew. If you've been a long fan of the channel, you know I've been a humongous fan of Musume series. Since day one, when the very first episode came out, I was like, yeah, I'm going to enjoy this series. It's going to be good. And to see the success that we have for the series today, and by the way, the English mobile game is finally coming out here soon, very soon, is nuts. Because I remember when this show came out, it came out 2 seasons worth came out before a mobile game even launched in Japan, and that was nuts. And the popularity was already on the high. And then the mobile game finally released only in Japan, and it was a super big success. Thanks to the Yakuza, by the way. Crazy, right? Who would have thought that you would take horse girls and you would take history of horse racing and turning it into a story where people can love with great animation, by the way, really good animation. And I seen the series move along and develop with season one, where it introduced you to the world and you were intrigued. It was entertaining, it was fun and interesting. And then season two is where it found its ground. Like, okay, this is how we want to do the remaining of the series with this kind of format. And it was good. It had some of its blissful moments. It had its bittersweet moments, hilarious moments, aura farming moments, all that good stuff. So we're like, okay, this is good. This is good. We found what we need to do. And then from here on out, it's just been one banger after another. Season 3, the OVAs, the movies, and now we have a series where it's based off of a manga, and that is Musume Cinderella Gray. So it's completely different from Pretty Derby. This isn't Pretty Derby. You're in something else. And the main character is someone you've already seen throughout the series since the first season. I believe the first season. And that's Aguri Cap. She was always that white-haired horse girl who was always eating lots and lots of food all the time, just constantly chowing down and never stopped chowing down. It was nuts. So to think we would finally come to the day where she would have her own series, the manga. Yes, the manga's been out for a while. It has, I believe, almost 200 chapters, by the way. Not there yet, but almost 200 chapters. So it's a very strong series. But I didn't want to read it just yet. I believe after when the anime ends, I would read the series when the first season ends. And I'm reading a bunch of other stuff right now, so my backlog is extremely full of things that I have to read and finish. So I will get to it. It'll just take time. But yes, Cinderella Gray is here, and I gotta say, once again, they found another way to give you a different feel to the series. When you thought you got used to how they were going to write the series from here on out, they change it up. They always do. They always have that shonen sports anime feel to it, where there's a horse girl who wants to be the very best, and she has that rival, and she wants to become number one no matter what. And the movie was phenomenal, by the way, and that was the last piece of media we got until we got this. Now, with this one, is completely different. It definitely has a different feel to it. Heck, even the opening. Usually with the Misume openings, you'll have this pop idol kind of sing song that's happening, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But this one was a rock song. It was a heavy rock song, and it is showing of an uprising star who's starting from the bottom and who's working their way to the top. Someone who just wants to run. Now, a lot of people ask, why is it called Cinderella Gray and everything? Basically the Cinderella part. Because in Japan, there's a lot of shows, even when it comes to idol shows, where it has the word Cinderella in it. And Cinderella is to propose someone who's at the end of their luck, someone who's in poverty, someone who's don't expect to have it big in life, to have their chance, or one chance to really become someone big and famous. That's what you call the Cinderella story. As the Cinderella story is about a girl who had 2 evil stepsisters, 1 evil stepmother, and she was, despite being that mansion, was raised as she was poor. And she would always clean and pick up after them and stuff like that. No chance of having a happy ever after. Until one day she had an opportunity to change her life around. And ever since then, her life has been wonderful. That's the Cinderella story. So every time you see Cinderella in an anime, that's what they're talking to. Someone who had a chance to turn their life around to become something more than what they thought they could become in the first place. And Aguri Cap is definitely different from the other anime protagonists you usually get in this series. Special Week was, the one who wanted to keep up with her senpai. Toei was someone who wanted to keep up with her best friend slash rival. Then you had Kisuna Black, who wanted to pretty much be up there with her mentor, which was Toei, by the way. Then you had Road to the Top, someone who wanted to meet the expectations of those who believe in her. And then you had Dawn of New Age, and how she wanted to become number one, but wasn't able to do it the way she wanted to because the person she wanted to beat, she could never truly beat or race. This one is someone who just wants to race. Who wants to race? Who just starting off with nothing, don't have much, but they were grateful for what they have. And she never could see anything in a very negative light. She takes things as they come. She would just like you can have herself in a bad situation and she'll find a positive view on it because she never really had much in the first place. So she starts off with great potential, but without a true opportunity to show off that great potential until she found a trainer who wants to take her in on his team, along with her, the sidekick best friend. And of course, she will have her rivals. She even had her 3 bullies who were trying to, prank her and be mean to her, but she never saw it that way. And then as time goes on, they end up becoming, part of the team, helping her out, wanting to care for her, look after her. Like, this person isn't so bad. Because in a way, sometimes people project. When you're at the bottom, you're around with other people who are at the bottom, who think this is it for them. They can't go anywhere else. So when they see someone in that same position trying to rise above their station, they get kind of intimidated. They get jealous because they're projecting, because they never had the chance or feel like they could have a chance to be more than what they are. So when they see someone like a Guri Cap who is just being amazing, they got jealous, Like, how dare this person think they can rise from the top and the rest of us can't. So, but after they saw her amazingness and how she never really had any bad feelings towards them, they started becoming friends at the end. That's what it is. Episode 4 was nice, especially when the bullies officially stopped messing with her. Even though Aguri Cat never thought that was the case in the first place. Anyways, I'm blabbing on long enough. I just wanted to, of course, talk about this series because it's amazing. And what I heard before, it's going to be 2 cores. So we're going to have the first core and then the other core down the road. So who knows? They might even adapt the entire manga series, given how popular and amazing Musume is. Because let's think about it. I think besides Arc Knights, I think even Arc Knights have some fan service, but this is the only gacha game that I know that has no fan service in it. It doesn't need a fan service. It has good, epic, wholesome, amazing moments, and that's all it needs to have. And that's all I need. So, congratulations to this. I hope more people will finally pick this up because it seems like despite how many pictures or AMVs that people release online, people just ain't getting it that this series is amazing. Well, if Bang Dream can do it, I'm pretty sure this series can do it too. Just give it a chance, people. It's that good. So anyways, I'll end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has the Madcrownxox. I'm Anime. Signing out.